everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey, and as you can tell, I'm in the pantry today because we are going to do a little pantry and freezer tour. Haven't done one in a while, and we've been busting our hump here to prep the garden's wonderful abundance of veggies. And I want to sit down and chit chat about what we got canned and why and what I use them for. So if that is something that interests you, stick around.
I'm coming home.
Alrighty, y'all. So it is 4 billion degrees outside, and I probably look a sweaty hot mess. But we came in to take a break from the outside area, and I thought I would go ahead and do a pantry and freezer tour. Now, I haven't done a pantry tour in a while, and we've been working our patooties off, getting all this stuff canned and ready for the winter and this next year. So I wanted to kind of do like a tour of it, talk about what we've canned, why we can it, and what I use it for. So sitting down because it's hot, and y'all, I have gardener nails, so don't judge me when I'm holding up these cans. But I'm gonna start down at the bottom. Let me tell you, the Chinese noodle beans did amazing this year. I'm giving them one more week to kind of do the thing before they're pulled out, and I put broccoli there. So that and the green beans did so good. So I basically canned them in water, pressure canned them in water. And this year it was so funny because we were like, okay, we don't do green beans a lot. Maybe like having, I don't know, 12 pints will be good. That's a pint a month. And we ended up getting 22 pints and 7 quarts. So, and that's of the green beans. So we're going to be eating a lot more green beans this year. And we like them. They're good. And again, I just pressure canned them in some water. Didn't add any salt or anything because the funny thing is our dogs actually like green beans too, which is another reason why we canned the quarts, because it's good to pop it open, throw it on their food, and they love it. And down this little, I call it my bean row down here. And I'm going to show like video over me blah, blah, blahing of like the up close and personal of it. But another thing that I love to do is I love canning dry beans. Now, I do that with kidney. I've done black beans. I've done pinto, and these are northern beans. And they're good to toss in soups or pasta salads or just having them as a side. It's like the same thing as getting canned in the store. It's all about convenience here. And I can them dry. I've done a video on it, and I will leave it right up there if you're interested. Now, like I said, I have some northern, I have some kidney, I have some black beans, I have some pinto, and I have some baked beans. I recanned these baked beans. So we cooked them for a holiday thing, and I pressure canned them back just to have, if I feel like doing some hot dogs and baked beans. They're here. Another thing that I like doing just to have is I can water. Now you may say, Casey, why? Because it's sterile water. So when you're pressure canning and you don't have enough, I can some of these because it's sterile. It's going to be hot, sterile water. Now this is cooled, but it's boiled enough to where if you have wound care for your animals or for your kids or for yourself, you got sterile water to be able to pop open, pour to clean a wound or something. I learned that from Lady Boots over at Boots and Bounty, my twinsy Casey. Now next to that right behind me is all of my broths. And this is a lot of broth from early this year when I was dumping my freezer. I do that a lot. I save the bones from most meat that we eat, and then I turn them into a broth, and then I can it for the winter. And we have another batch of the chicken broth that is probably going to go in the next couple of days. But I do it with the turkey, I do it with chicken, I do it with beef, and I also save certain scraps of veggies, and I'll do a veggie one. Let me see if I can find a veggie broth. They're pretty different colors, but they are so convenient to have when you're cooking soups over the winter. Again, it's a convenience thing to be able to pop it open, pour it in, keep it moving. And then, of course, right beside my broths are all of my soups, pressure can soups. And you know, we love us some 4 jars. I'm just going to show the lids without turning it all the way over. But this is this right here is a stew. No, this is a veggie soup. Veggie and I think there's some potatoes in there too. Veggie and potato soup. Quart usually is 2 people. So over the winter, it's a good option for a lunch. I will be selling our soups, our homemade soups in quart jars with a small mini loaf at our farmer's market because I love canning soups. And it's so good and it's so delicious and your soul just feels right. What else do I have back here? Oh, and I make my own vinegars, and I'm not going to pick it up. I'll show you in a video right here. But I have some white wine vinegar. It was a white wine bottle that I was gifted. It was a little too sweet for me, but I decided to put it in with a mother from my peach scrap. And August 7th, I'll drain it and put it into a thing and have some good white wine homemade vinegar. If you want to see me do a video on how I do that, link down below. Next, I have my relishes. Now, this is the first year that I've done a sweet relish. The sweet relish is zucchini relish. I don't think I did any sweet cucumber relish. I think it all was zucchini because we just had a ton of zucchini and squash. So I'm excited because it's good to add to like chicken salad, tuna salad, that kind of stuff. And then of course we sell this, but we also have our dill relish that is cucumber. And just a ton of relishes. We're gonna have to use those a lot more. And onto the relish, we're going into, I canned some cranberry sauce from last year. It's great to pop it open, use it during the holidays. And then all of my jams. Our plum tree this year did so good, so I have a lot of plum jam, and we sold some also. And then I have pear and fig, of course, like usual. I got syrups right there. And this was the first thing that we tried this year, and that was coleslaw. It's a vinegar-based coleslaw, so it's not a mayonnaise-based coleslaw. Don't come for me in the comments. But Mom loves coleslaw, so she has 7 pints here that she can pop open during the winter and have as a side or a snack for lunch, that kind of stuff. So coleslaw, it's the first time that we're doing this, and we're really excited that we did. And then I got my marinades. Let me tell you, it doesn't happen much because we have so many cucumbers to can into pickles. But when I have the brine left, I can that because it's really good marinade for chicken. So I do that. Plus, I keep some of the sweet relish marinade with a little bit of the zucchini in there and mainly the brine. And I do it for a marinade. For pork, it's really good. Again, chicken, it's really good. So I have my marinades. And then I did an applesauce back in 2021. And I probably need to pop these open and eat this because I love applesauce. I just keep forgetting that I have it here. Okay, going up before we're heading over to the tomato area. And it is all pickles. We had another wonderful year, probably another 700 pounds of cucumbers. And they did really well. We love pickles. I sold pickles. I did some cucumber chips. And it turned out really good. And we use it all the time. I've started some because the jalapenos are just starting to pop. but I did some pickled jalapenos. And I love those for Mexican dishes and to add to cheese dips and that kind of stuff. The next row up before we go to tomatoes is my canned potatoes. This is another thing that I started this year, and I'm so excited that I did, because this is the best roasted potato recipe you'll ever have. I did a video on it. Literally, you cut up your raw red potatoes, chunk it up. I leave the skin on, as you can tell, and everything. They're washed. I add water to an inch of headspace, and I add a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, and basil. And pressure can it. And when you want to use it, you drain the water. I put it in the air fryer. I put a little bit more onion powder on it and salt. And I am canning it, or not canning it, air frying it for 400 for 17 minutes, and they're delicious. So we got a lot to do roasted potatoes. I still need to do probably another 7 to 10 quarts, just because we love it so much. And we're really humid here, even over the winter. So keeping like potatoes and onions and that stuff is a lot harder. And it's just better to can, so I could use it. But now, on to the tomato side. Now, our tomatoes have done amazing this year, and I actually planted a lot more than what I normally do. And so we're still in the canning process. But right up top, we got some tomato sauce. This is pasta sauce, excuse me. Last year, I only canned tomato sauce. But this year, because we have so many, I decided to do pasta sauce. So this is enough pasta sauce for one a month, and that's usually what we do. We don't do more than that. We will have some more. This is an exciting addition, and that is the V8 juice. We did a V8 juice. Mom and brother Chris love Bloody Marys. They love drinking the V8 juice. So it's good to have that on the shelves. We've got just a ton of diced tomatoes. And I even do diced tomatoes in the quarts, because this is the amount of tomato that I do to make a batch of salsa. So it's good to have these, again, convenience, to dump, add, blend, go. Speaking of salsa, we have a lot canned. We need a lot more because we love salsa. We love Mexican food. I did, for the first time this year, I did some rotel. Oh my gosh, I got gardener's nails for real. And the rotel is so good because I have some cheese powder from August and Farm, and we add that with the rotel and some of the peppers and make a cheese dip from it. Let's see what else. Oh, here, wing sauce. I made this last year. It's kind of like a barbecue wing sauce. It's delish. It really is so good. I don't know if I would call it a wing sauce, but it's good. And it's from my favorite book, The Ball Book of Home Preserving. So good. And then hot sauce. I canned a lot of hot sauce last year. I'm not doing a lot of red peppers this year. Because this probably will last a year, hot sauce. And I have 4 of them. So we have hot sauce for the next 4 years. Let's see, right besides that is my apple pie fillings. I do apple pie, pear pie fillings. You just pop this out, put them in a pie crust. Delicioso for the holidays. And then right underneath that, sit back down, is, we have 3 pear trees. So I do a pear cider. I do the pints for holiday giving. It's so delicious. And then I do quarts here for us. I do a lot of the juice. The pear juice is so delicious. It's good for breakfasts, to have with breakfasts. Soon we'll have some orange on the homestead because I do miss my orange juice. And then of course we have just the regular cut, sliced, peeled pears and water. I use those if I'm making jams, if I run out of jams, or in smoothies, or on top of ice cream, that kind of stuff. And y'all know, if you remember, I said we had a lot of zucchini squash this year. We have dehydrated 2 quarts of squash. And I dehydrate them because I make meals in a jar. I do a cheesy squash casserole that I do, which has a 10-year shelf life. And I vacuum seal it. So literally, you see it's vacuum sealed. And that gives it a good little shelf life to where I can rehydrate and use over the winter. And I've frozen a lot too. And I'm gonna show you that in a second next. But also back here, again, this is cluttered hot mess right now because I have jars everywhere. I have, of course, all of my bread flour that I use. I have dried beans in these 5-gallon buckets. All of my canners, I have more canners up there. Oh my God, and the light. And the egg cartons, we've been saving a lot of egg cartons because probably around October, November is when the chickens will start laying. And I think I have noticed that we have 8 girls and 3 boys. Maybe. Same thing for the turkeys. I think we have 3 girls and 3 boys is what I think. So we'll see. But now let's head over. Oh, I got sugar over here too, bulk sugar. But let's head over to all of the different freezers. All right, this is one of the new freezers that we bought, and we're calling it the Veggie Freezer. So in here we have anything from whole peppers that we've cut open to add like meat and stuff to the middle. I think 10 gallon bags of squash and zucchini each. We have peppers cut up for fajitas, asparagus, more tomatoes. Oh, first year with corn, we're really proud. Tons of corn put away. Edamame, our okra, it's all right here. So this is what we're calling the Veggie Freezer. This one, which will be moving, is our bread. So we had a, what was it? Oh, 4th of July party and didn't use up all the buns and stuff. So I normally make my own buns. But we'll go through those. In the middle is homemade breads, mom's bread, tortillas, hoagie rolls, bagels. So this is our bread freezer to use. I'm calling this the more fruit and stuff freezer. But right now it's filled with bags of tomatoes that need to be processed. Some leftovers. We got our peaches in there. We have figs, we have pecans, we have muscadine grapes that can be turned into stuff. So this is kind of our fruit one, but fruit will be harvesting in about a month. So we've got to get this tomato stuff processed and canned. And then of course we have the one that is attached to my refrigerator, and that is what we're calling the meat for now. Because all of our meat we get from local farmers. So y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this Pantry Tour video. If you enjoy Pantry Tour videos from the channel, make sure you're liking and subscribing, and let me know in the comment that you enjoy these. Go ahead and press the bell icon so you're notified anytime that new content drops to the channel, and share it on social media to like-minded people. It really helps my channel to grow, and I greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and follow us there also, because I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. And until next video, thanks for stopping by my pantry. Y'all be blessed. See you later.
I'm coming home.